So on the surface, WineGame is just a blind wine tasting game where you turn any bottle of wine into a multiple choice game on your phone in seconds. But that's just the start. It's actually just a great way to have fun with friends, a great way to learn about wine, add a little friendly competition, and you've got a whole new, crazy, tech-enabled experience.
When you see WineGame, you're tasting wine, you're with friends, you're laughing, you're joking, and the technology blends into the background, and that was always our goal. It's very much part of the experience, but it doesn't take center stage. Center stage is the social aspect, and your friends and your family and the people you love getting together to have a good time.
You know, we began this probably in 1994, 1995. And the two people who were crazy enough to bring me to Washington, D.C., who became some of my best friends, Roberto Alvarez and Rob Wilder, they will love wines. Those same days that we were doing these amazing tastings, that day we began bringing a bottle of wine that we will bring in aluminum pepper. And we will begin challenging each other of, let's see if you can find out what wine I'm drinking.
And then somehow it got to be wine in paper bags and wine in tinfoil and wine that you just had to guess a few things about what it was, and that made the party more fun.
We grab a piece of paper and we began writing down what you have to write down. The country, the region, the grade, the year. And then we began putting numbers, 3 to 1, writing a piece of paper. And so we had to start filling up that paper without sharing what we thought with anybody around. And there, right then, we will be writing in silent all the scores. We will say, okay, we think this is from here. And we will give it to the person that was throwing us the wine blind. And the person will give us back the paper with the numbers and say, yes, no, terrible. And that's how the wine game was created. This is what we saw when we began this game 23 years ago, that the day you won, you were happy, but the day you lost, you couldn't wait for the next wine game because you wanted to make sure that that day you ended victorious. But the most important, that in the process, our friendship was growing bigger and bigger. That's the most beautiful thing about the wine game. Well, the most fun time, probably myself personally, I got playing the wine game. I was in Aspen, and I was surrounded by all these amazing sommeliers, and I beat them. That was a big moment. I'm sure when they see this, they will say, he didn't, but I know, and they know I beat them. That to me was the highlight of my career. The great thing about the wine game is, even with a lot of failure, happiness is gonna be on the table. You will feel bad if you don't hit the wine, but you're gonna be having a great time.